Boss Fight Gaming. Get ready. Fight!
Hi guys, welcome back for another video from Boss Fight Gaming. Today we're playing Day of the Tentacle. We're going to jump straight in. There's a couple of things I want to make you aware of straight away. One of the achievements is to not skip any cutscene, so don't skip any cutscene in the entire game or you will void the achievement. Keeping that in mind, I would just like to point out that I do skip some of the videos to obviously shorten this video's length. And in doing so, I would recommend if you notice a cutscene starting, just to pause this video while the cutscene plays through, and then unpause it when you are caught up with me, and then you can carry on playing. This is one of those instances, so you want to pause it now until you catch up. You will be on the screen that I'm on at the moment. So anytime there's a cutscene, pause my video, wait till you're caught up, and then press play and keep going from there. So these guys are going to do a bit of talking, and this is where the game will start. It is going to take a bit of getting used to, guys, but the main sort of way that the game plays is we need to click on things to either use them, push them, talk to them, etc. If we press Y, we will bring up our inventory. We use this quite often. If we want to interact with something, we need to press the button X, and if we want to use something, we need to press the button A. Okay, so the first achievement that we have today is to ring the service bell 100 times. All we need to do this is to hover over it with our cursor, press X while hold X, move over to the green arrow hand, which is the push button, and just keep tapping X over and over and over again. Now, I do skip ahead a little bit here, so if you want to pause the video, wait till you get the achievement, and then sort of play the video from there, I would recommend doing that. This game does have a lot of interaction, so I would actually recommend watching a little bit of the video at a time, pausing it, then you doing it, then watch a little bit of the video, pause the video, then you sort of catch up. That way you won't miss anything. I would recommend that. Once we got our achievement, we're going to move over to this payphone over here, click on the coin in the slot at the bottom, hold X, and then pick it up. Anything that we need to pick up, we need to hold X, move over to the hand symbol, and that will allow us to pick it up. Then we're going to do the same with the heart wanted sign over here by the door inside the window, and then we're going to do the same again with the flyer. So hold X over anything we need to pick up and move over to the hand symbol, and that's the way that we pick up our objects. Once we come over here, we're just going to move up, go into the office, open the door, again press X, go into there, open the door, go into the room by pressing A. We're going to come around to this side of the desk, and then we're going to open the desk drawer by pressing X, and then again the door open symbol. So we're going to hold X again to pick up the Boo Boo Be Gone from inside the drawer, then we're going to hold X on the Swiss bank book, and we're going to pick that up too, and then we're going to leave the room by pressing A on the door. That way we're able to leave the room. Once we leave the room, we're going to head over to the clock just down here on the screen. Open the grandfather clock and climb inside. And again, that's our second achievement. Rap sheet trespasser achievement. We're going to go down here. Okay guys, after you go through the clock, it does trigger quite a large cutscene. As I previously mentioned, I will be cutting out a large chunk of these cutscenes, so please don't forget to pause it on some of those cutscenes so you don't get left behind. If you pause it, wait for your game to catch up, then you can go on from there. Keeping in mind that you will need to probably watch a little bit of the video before you make those moves, making sure that you don't miss any items or making sure you don't miss any dialogue or anything like that, but you should be absolutely fine. So pause it now, and then the next scene should refresh on the screen. Once you're on this screen, just move over to the left a little bit with Bernard, and we're going to do it a little bit more of an objective where we have to come over to the right hand side and pick up this little paper. So press X on it and use the hand to pick it up. Once we picked it up, it will start another cutscene and trigger another event, but as long as you've done that, you should be absolutely fine. Again, don't forget to pause it during any sort of clip. Just while this clip plays through, I'm just going to make you aware of the sort of fundamentals of the game. Basically, one of your characters in the past, one of your characters in the present, and one of your characters in the future. Now, to make this game sort of work, we need to send items amongst them players by sending them through that toilet, which is called the Chronojon. To send an item through the Chronojon, all we have to do is open up our menu by pressing Y, clicking on the item and dragging it over to that player. We don't actually need to walk to the Chronojon to get that sent over, we do it from our inventory. The next achievement is to get this guy, Hoagie, to eat a sandwich. Now the way we do that is just to stand around. I stood around for around 2 minutes. I do fast forward a little bit here. However, it might be a little bit iffy for you, so I would recommend if you don't get it after around 6 minutes, just to move your character a little bit, then wait around another 6 minutes. Now I know 6 minutes is a long time, but this is the best and quickest way to get it. So basically just stand around for about 6 minutes. If it doesn't eat it, move again, stand around for another 6 minutes, and there should be no reason why you don't get it. Afterwards, you're okay to switch back to Bernard, which will then allow you to carry on the game. He's having a little bit of a natter with this guy, Dr. Fred, and there's a little bit of a cutscene here. You may want to pause it until you're caught up, and then just play on from there. As I previously mentioned, just keep doing that and you'll be happy, and we'll get some of these achievements. So moving on, and once those little videos are complete, again, don't skip any of those cutscenes. We're just going to be back on this character, and we're going to move over to the right and make our way up these stairs. You can switch between characters by pressing left and right on your D-pad, so if you're wondering how I did that, you can do that, or you can press Y and move over to the character, but left and right on the D-pad is a lot faster. We're just going to go up the stairs, and we're going to come over here, and we are going to send the wanted sign over to Huggy. He'll walk back down there, but he doesn't really walk back down. So Huggy has now got the wanted sign. And we are also going to send... Which one was it? Is the flyer? Yeah, we're going to send the flyer. So you just click on it and drag it over to Huggy's on the right side of the options. And that sends both. Once we've done that, we're able to move into this room, the Washington room. You'll find out why it's called the Washington room later. But if we open and close the door, that will give us our next achievement. So it's just opening and closing the door. So far we should have 4 achievements. And we're going to come in the room, open and close the door to get the achievement. Then we're going to close this door too so we can get the keys from the other side. Take the keys, again, Alt X, go over to pick up, and pick those keys up. And then we're going to... I accidentally pressed push, but you need to click on use. So we're going to use television, turn it on. Television will play for a little while. And once it gives us control of our character again, we can turn it off.
Don't miss this amazing once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
So we're just going to wait. There we go. We've got control again now. So you can turn off the TV. And that will give us our next achievement. Now we're okay to leave the room, so just leave the room and come outside. Ignore that, that was just the pause menu. Come around here, and then we're going to open the R door, which I believe stands for Roosevelt. You might see where this is going now. So we're going to open the R door, and we're going to go inside. We're going to try to. Is this gentleman who has a gun in his hand? He's having a little bit of a down moment where he considers ending it all. Well, he doesn't consider it. He tries, and he kind of fails. We're just going to let this little cutscene play through again. Don't skip anything. Once that's happened, we're going to just pick up this disappearing ink, which is just sat here on the table. Once we've done that, we can just leave the room for now. This is where we're going to get our next achievement. So once you've picked up the disappearing ink, if you go into your menu by pressing Y, and then we click on use the ink with the boo boo be gone, that should pop our next achievement, which is and then the universe implodes. Try to mix them, those two, and you get that achievement. Then we're going to move into the Franklin room, the F room. And we're going to open the door and move in here. We're going to find this little tentacle in here. Now this is an important room where we can mess up an achievement for the rest of the game. So once we do a few things, I'll explain to you what not to do. So with this guy, we're just going to end the conversation, the dialogue. We don't need to do the full dialogue. If you want to go through that, that's absolutely fine. I never did. I'm not sure if that could mess up the achievement. Anyway, so once you've done that, we're going to move over to this speaker, and we're going to press X on it. and we're going to push it over. Then we're going to come over here and turn it on. Now never turn it off afterwards. So once you've used this switch, you can either use push or on. Once you do that, never turn it off, otherwise you'll miss. It will turn on. It will make an achievement void at the end of the before the end of the game. Basically, you have to play the entire game with that music playing. I know the screen's shaking here in this area. It's a little bit annoying just while you're in a couple of rooms, but just leave that and you should be fine to get the achievement. As I mentioned, just do not turn it off once you turn it on. So we're going to come up the stairs and we're going to enter this room. There's a nice big gentleman in here looking at his stamp collection. There's going to be a bit of dialogue between you and him. So just let him have a little chat. And then we're going to get a couple of achievements in this room. So he's going to talk to him about his past meetings. You got a little cute hamster in the bottom of the screen there, reading the paper. And in a moment we are going to get to play a game inside of a game, which is pretty cool. So once you get the dialogue, we're going to go to the bottom option. Choose the bottom option on that dialogue. Once that dialogue's played through, again you can skip dialogue, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then we're going to go down to the bottom one again. Now we get control of the character. We're going to go to our menu and we're going to try and switch the textbook with that. He's not going to be very happy about it, but you will get your next achievement, which is, I'm sure you wouldn't notice, achievement or something along those lines. Then once that achievement's done, we are going to try use the disputing ink on the stamp book. Now this is going to trigger some funny scene. Again, don't skip any of these scenes. Let them just play through. Obviously, I've got nothing to talk about while these play through, so ignore these long silences. Anyway, the video is going to play through. He's going to get a nice book in the face. And straight away, what we're going to do is, when we get control of the character, we're going to pick up the stamp. And we are also going to pick up the stamp book again, the album. And we're going to go back inside the room. Try not to go too far into the room, it will send you back out. Like this, I accidentally do it. There's a bit of a whinge at you, it sends you back out. As long as you didn't go too far in, you should still be in there. And you just need to give him the stamp book back, the album back. And that should be our next achievement. Olive branch.
Sometimes I do stupid stuff.
Once he's finished talking,
as if my body were being controlled by some
we should be able to get control of our character again.
Well, we all feel that way sometimes.
If you have got a couple of achievements, guys, which you should have, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. We can try and use the disputing ink on him. Again, that will be, I believe it is another achievement. In fact, no, it's not, sorry. We have to do it on 5 people, so that's 1 of 5 people. So we try the disputing ink on him. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to take the hamster, so pick up the hamster. And then once we've done that, we are going to go over and mess with the computer. Okay, so we're going to click on the computer and use it. Once we do that, we're going to click on Start.
Jeepers.
Once we are on this little screen here, we get an achievement for actually playing the game. We're going to choose 3 characters here. We're going to use the guy on the left, which we already selected. Then we're going to choose the guy with the glasses on the left, which is Sid. And then we're going to choose the red-headed lady, which is Razor. We need these 3 characters to get the achievement. Don't choose any others, okay? Here's a cutscene here. I do not skip it, so you do not need to pause. I'm going to watch it through with you and then carry on from there. Now, when you're on this game, it is very similar to the game that we're actually playing now. However, there's like an options at the bottom where you have to say, for example, walk to, open with, pick up, blah 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 blah, etc etc. Now, when you say, for example, you have to pick up the doormat to get the key from underneath it, you have to click pick up, then you have to click on the doormat, and then you have to click pick up doormat, so you have to click twice. That sounds a little bit complex, but you'll know exactly what I mean when you start. Everything you have to do is double, because one, you're selecting it, and then second, you're actually using it. So as I mentioned, there's a little bit of a dialogue here where they talk, etc, etc. He's talking to them and talking about how they want to save their friends. But as long as you keep in mind you will have to press the button twice on certain things to make it work, then you should be able to get through this video pretty quick. So these are just going to talk for a little while, and then we're actually going to start the game once this little bit of a dialogue's over. As you can see, the options are there on the bottom of the screen. So you got push, pull, give, open, close, etc, 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 and that's sort of all the fundamentals. Now, as I mentioned, we need to use pick up. Once I go back the right way, there we go. Go over to pick up at the bottom, then you use it on the doormat. So pick up doormat, then you have to press it again to actually do it. So remember, you always have to press it twice. Pick up, then pick up the key, then actually press it again to actually pick up the key. So again, twice. Then with the door, you need to press open. Oh, sorry, use key with the door, and then you actually click on the door. So again, twice. Then you have to open the door. So click open the door, and then click the door twice. That's the same with everything in here. You have to literally click it twice for it to work, because one, it's selecting, two, it actually operates it. Now, once this character has come through the kitchen and got caught by this lovely lady with the beautiful complexion and the silver locks, we will be locked in the basement with this character, which we no longer need. So we go over to new kid at the bottom in the middle, and we're going to switch to Razor. Now, Razor's our achievement character, so we're going to be getting the achievement with her. So if you make your way across to the left, pretty much following where the other character went, and just head inside by pressing A, and we're going to go the same way again. So just head into the kitchen, and we're just going to head through the kitchen, and this time the lovely lady won't be there, so we don't need to worry about her. But we need to go down to the bottom, click open, then click open on the door, and then click on it again, so twice. Don't forget to do it twice. It's a bit of a nightmare because it's quite obviously a retro old type point and play game, so it is a little bit backwards. But yeah, same again, go down to open, click on the door and click open, and then this little cutscene will start. So you got the mad scientist, which I'm assuming is the husband of the lovely lady we saw recently that took our friend down into the basement. There's a little bit of a cutscene where these talk, and then we'll be able to get our character back. So we're just going to wait for this cutscene. He has a little bit of a natter with her. She thinks she's going to be able to escape with her friends. So yeah, he's going to talk about locking her up. She's not going to be very happy, and then she tries to escape, but she can't. So she's going to run into the door, and then we shall get control of our character again. Here we go. I'm going to enter this room, so just go in, and then we're going to pick up these. So pick up the fruit drinks. So you have to go to pick up at the bottom, then the fruit drinks, then you have to walk to the door. And we're just going to keep going across here, over and over, and then we're going to head back into the kitchen. So yeah, just keep coming over, head back into the kitchen as I mentioned, and just keep following it to the left. Through this door, and then we're going to head up the stairs. So just go to the right, then head up the stairs, and we're going to go straight to the left and into the door on the left hand side. So just come over to the left here, click open at the bottom, so open the door. Then we're going to pick up the fruit bowl, which is wax fruit. So pick that up, and then we're able to leave. Once we've left, we can then enter this blue room over here. So just enter that big blue door, make your way to the right, just keep following it over to the right, and then up the stairs. Fantastic. So now we're up the stairs. We need to give this tentacle a couple of things. First being the bowl of wax fruit, and then we move down to give and go to fruit drinks. So first give the bowl of fruit, then give the fruit drinks. That means the tentacle moves out of the way and we're able to go up the stairs, like so. Now we're going to head into this first room. So again, open at the bottom of the screen and click on the door, the first door on the left, and enter the room. And then we're going to switch new kid and switch to Sid. We're going to head over to the left here with Sid. He's going to ring the doorbell for us and create a diversion. I accidentally walk in, so just walk straight back out. Click on push at the bottom, and then the doorbell, which is there in the middle of the door. So ring the doorbell. That will trigger a guy to start talking. He will leave the room and head downstairs. Now he's on the same floor as us, and we don't want to accidentally bump into him. And now we need to get into his room and get that hamster. Now he's walking towards us, so we need to switch back to our other character. But before doing that, we're going to quickly save. So start, move over to the save, and make a little save there, just in case we accidentally bump into him, so we can just load that back up. So have a quick save, then we're switching back to Razor. And after about 20 seconds, we're okay to leave the room. He's halfway down the stairs towards the doorbell now. And we're going to open the third door on the right. So open that up. Open. And the door. Again, you haven't got to be too quick, but you do need to obviously keep in mind you need to get there before he gets back. So it's going to be a little bit of a cutscene. He's made it to the door. He's answered the door to Sid. And then he's telling him to get out of there. Now he's on his way back up here, so we need to be as quick as we can. So we're going to pick up at the bottom, then the hamster, and then we're going to leave the room and head back down the way we came and head back into the first room. Now he's obviously about to be walking up the stairs to get back here, so you might want to save it here again because we are going to leave the room. So as long as you made it to here, you should be able to to overwrite the save we just made. Save it, and then in a minute we're going to leave the room and carry on with our achievement. Now I don't wait long enough and I get caught, as you can see there. So what you need to do is still keep waiting just a little bit longer. As long as you're still waiting now, you should be absolutely fine to then leave the room. So just wait a little bit, and if you leave at the same time as me, he should be well and truly gone. So yeah, leave the room, head into the door on the left with the devil above it, and we're just going to head down. And we're going to head to the right. Now that we've got our hamster. So just keep following it to the right there. Head down the stairs. Make sure you're clicking on the floor and not the inventory. Otherwise you actually don't move. So yeah, just keep clicking walk to, and then on the left hand side. We're going to head back through the blue door. And then we're going to head back down the stairs, which is straightforward on our screen. So just head towards the front of the screen. Head down the stairs and head back into the kitchen. Now this is where we get our achievement. As long as you've done everything that I've done, you should have no problems. We're going to click on open at the bottom of the screen, then click on the microwave. Then we're going to click on use. So use, not walk to. I accidentally clicked walk to, but you click use, then the hamster. Then we're going to use that hamster in the microwave. Don't forget to double click, and that should put the hamster in the microwave. Now we need to close the microwave door. So now the microwave's closed, and then we need to use turn on, which is on the right hand side, the microwave. Obviously you know what's going to happen next. It's not rocket science. And we get our achievement. So as long as you've done everything in there, you should have no problem at all. As long as you followed with me, you should have absolutely nailed that. But once we've got that, we are free to leave. If you did have any issues by getting caught, as long as you had made those save files and loaded those up, you should have got through that pretty easily and got back on track. Okay, so that's all we need to do in here. So just press the start button and then quit out whenever you're ready. Okay, so we're gonna leave the room, and this time we're gonna head towards the screen and up the stairs, and this should put us in this little dark room. We don't really need to do much around here at this point in the game. We do need to come back later, but for now we're just gonna enter, or should I say open this door and enter the room. Okay, so we're just gonna come around here and go out through the window. Just need to open it first.
It's
Oh,
already
it's
open.
already open actually. So you just need to press A on it, sorry. Ignore me doing this, it's just press A and you just climb out. When we come over here, we need to pick up the crank. We need that for later. So press X on it, then press A to pick it up. Then we're going to enter the room again. And we're going to go back in through here. And then we're going to head back down the stairs. The crank is one of the objects that we need later on, not really now. It's probably just best that we're here to pick it up, so. We're just going to head back down here and just follow around. Move on towards our next achievement. Picking up the crank actually worked towards one of the achievements, to be fair, so it's probably a good thing that we picked that up now. We're going to move over to the ice machine and we're going to put our friend the hamster in there. So use the hamster with
Sorry to do this to you, little fella, but it's for
the
the
freezer.
future of the whole
You can use
planet.
objects with other objects by clicking on them and dragging them out the menu by moving upwards, or you can press use on them. I always find it is easier just to drag them out of the menu and then click on an object with them. I found it a lot easier than trying to click on use and then moving over. Each to their own, though. You might find it easier the other way, but there is that option there for you. Anyway, once we're down the stairs, hopefully we're following along, we're going to come down here and open the door and enter this room with the circus equipment in here. And we're going to meet our next character,
You and
Mr.
the
Spitty.
clown were having a party?
He's going to be talking, so we're just going to move over here and we're just going to have a bit of a dialogue with him. Again, it's just best just to let them play through. If you are playing the game anyway to enjoy the story, etc., you can do that. Anyway, we're going to choose Gotta Run as the first option. And then once we do that, we are going to try and use the disappearing ink on him. And that is our next character that we tried it towards our achievement.
You have to get up pretty early in the morning to fool this old joker. In fact, I invented
So remember, we just need to use it on 5 different people. You can do it in any order you like. This is just the order I did it. Once we've done the ink, we can leave the room. You get these news articles and cutscenes pop up every now and again. They are completely random as such, so just let them play through and you should be fine. If you didn't get yours there, don't worry about it. They do just, like I said, at random points. You get news articles and videos. Leave the room, go out that side door and come over here and use the invisible ink on the mummy. Make sure you use it on the mummy and not the bird bath. You kind of click on both, so make sure it was on the mummy itself. If you did click on the bird bath, just do it again but on the mummy. Then we're going to head towards this way and just see a nice friendly gentleman trying to get inside his car. Obviously he's been locked out, lost his keys, so we're going to help him with that in a moment. But first of all, we're going to use our disappearing ink on him. So that's the 4th one. He's going to have a little bit of a naff to us. He's not very happy about that. He obviously just frustrated that he's lost his keys, so we're going to help him with that. And we're going to give the guy the keys.
These are your keys.
Where? Gimme. Hey, thanks.
There we go.
pal.
So he's got his keys now. He should be happy. He should be able to drive that home. As you can see, it's in working order. We're going to head up.
Maybe this one.
Once we've given the keys, we're going to head up back towards the
Must be
motel.
one of these.
Just let him go through the dialogue. And we're just going to head up
What
here.
sort of person would carry around this many keys?
And once we're back on this screen, we can head up into the doorway. Okay, and in this room we're going to use the crowbar, and we're going to use the crowbar. I pressed the wrong button again. That's because I pressed use. You can just drag it off the screen, as I mentioned. Use the crowbar, drag it off the screen, and use it with the gum and the coin. Once we do that, we'll have the chewing gum coin in our pocket. We're going to use it, and our character should put it in the mouth, which separates the gum from the coin. Now we should have a coin in there. Then we're going to enter the room again, and we're going to head back this way. And we are going to... let me just try and remember. Ah, yeah, the teeth. So we are going to chase these teeth. So once you click on the teeth, they're going to start trying to move away from you. We're going to follow them around here, and we need to get them into that vent. Try not to walk out the door like me. I actually forgot to open the vent first. Probably would have been easier, so I'm going to do that now. Once we open the vent, we need to sort of edge them over towards it. So move over to this grate, and open it. And again, I accidentally walk out the door, but we need to actually open the grate. So come over to the grate, click on the grate and open it. Press X to bring up the menu, and then we're going to open it like a door. I'm going to move over towards the teeth. Try not to walk out the door again. Like that. And we're going to try and chase these teeth around without clicking on the door towards the vent. Nearly had him. And there we go. Once he falls into the vent, the grate, we can just click on the teeth. Press X and pick them up. Once we pick up the teeth, we have now got them in our inventory, so we can now use them for other achievements and other tasks later in the game. Once we've got those teeth, we're happy to move on to the next part, so we're just going to leave this room here and pick up this fake bar off in the middle of the floor. Now, you may have already picked this up because it is one of them sort of objects that are just in your way constantly, so if you've already picked that up, no problem at all, but if you haven't, just pick it up there and press X on this swinging door and open it and head through. Now we're going to pick the fork up in the middle of the table. This should give us our next achievement for picking up 15 objects that don't belong to us. So if you just pick that up there, the achievement should pop. Rap sheet thief achievement. Don't mind me on the menu, you don't need to open up the menu. I just did that while the achievement was on the screen. Once you've got your achievement, just push up towards the top of the screen and back through the door with the circle window and head out the main doors to the left. And then head to the right of the screen. Don't go into the office like I did. I had to cut the scene there, but just don't go in there. Just head straight up the stairs. Then head into the Washington room, the W room, the first door on the left. Once we're in here, we are going to get another achievement, which is the invisible ink achievement. This should be our 5th person. So we're going to splat that on him and get our achievement.
Funny.
Happy days, another achievement. We can't go wrong. The more achievements, the better. So that's another one to our collection. We're just going to leave the room afterwards and head around into the R door, which is the middle door.
I'm just a failure.
In fact, no, we don't. We don't need to come in, so just leave. Again, sorry. It's the F door we need to head into. So once we've headed into the F door, we need to pick up the videotape from on top of the stereo that we switched on. Remember, do not switch it off or you will void your achievement. Just pick up the videotape from on top, and once you've done that, just leave the room. Do not turn off that radio, remember, at any point during the game, or you will void your achievement. Anyway, once you've got that, we can head out the room and head back down the stairs. Head down the stairs and head towards the left, and we're going to head back over here. So just keep following to the left and enter the welcome room at the top of the screen there. And then we're going to head back through the swinging door. And this time we're going to head over to the coffee machines. I'm going to pick up both the decaf and the regular coffee. So just press X on them, go over to your pick up option and pick those up. Pick up the coffee and the regular, and then we're going to go down to our menu, press Y to bring up the menu, and we're going to drag our regular coffee on top of our decaf coffee, which will pop our next achievement. So we're flying through these achievements now, guys. As I mentioned, this is a 100% playthrough, so you should have no problem picking these up. As long as you're just following along as I am, you should be fine. Head right into the pantry afterwards, come over to this pink cabinet, open the door on the cabinet by pressing X and open, and then you should be able to get inside the cabinet. Once we've picked up that funnel, we are going to switch to our other character by pressing left or right on your D-pad, and we're going to be using Oggy. We're going to move him to the left of the screen and towards the inn. Now, we are playing the same area in the past, the present, and the future. So this is the same hotel, believe it or not, but this is the past. This is where the car was that the thief was breaking into. The steps here are where the mummy is with the bird bath, etc, etc. So it's just worth knowing. We are going to open this letterbox over here, this mailbox, and we're going to take out the letter, and we are going to send the letter straight back to our other character, Bernard. So we've done that, sent the letter back, and then we can switch straight back to Bernard. So once we leave that room, we're going to come over here and go through that door, and then we're going to come over to the right over here. Just keep following around to the right and back up the stairs. I know there's a lot of backwards and forwards in this game, but you kind of get used to it. So now we've got the letter, we come back to the Roosevelt room. Once we're back in this room, we're going to go over to our options and bring up the letter, our inventory, bring up the letter and give it to Dwayne, the guy sitting on the bed. This will give a bit of a dialogue, and he will then come to find out what the letter's about. So he's going to read the letter, and once he's done that, it should give us access to the room. So he's gone now, which means we are able to come inside. We're going to come down and pick up the flag gun that he used before. So if you come down to the bottom left of the screen here and pick it up. Once we've got that, we don't really need anything else from in here, so we're just going to leave. We're just going to follow it back around and go back down the stairs. Just keep heading this way and down the stairs. So once we're down here, we're just going to keep going. Try not to click on the clock. Just keep going past it and back into this room over here. And we're going to come over here to the side of this gun here, and we're going to use this gun, the flag gun, and drag it up, and we're going to click on the other gun. That should swap them out.
Look, a three-headed monkey.
Bernard's going to distract the salesman,
I don't see anything.
it's Mr. Spitty salesman, and he's going to switch the gun. Once we've done that, we need to come around to this side. Once we're over here, we need to speak to the cigar salesman again. This time we need to press X, then we need to go on talk to.
What can I do for you,
So
kid?
Mr. Spitty will start talking, then we need to choose a couple of options. The first one being, which one was it now? Nice cigars. Need to choose nice cigars.
Nice. These babies are
Once he
both
starts
pretty
talking
exploding with
about his
tobacco
cigars,
commercials. So, want a cigar?
we'll say, sure, lay one of those Havana babies on me, which is the top option. Make sure you choose that option. He gets super excited, shoves one in, and uses the bang gun. The funny thing is, he thought he was tricking us
Get lost, kid.
because the cigar is an explosive cigar, and the lighter, the gun was obviously a lighter, which we now have. So we have the exploding cigar and the lighter, and we just got another achievement. So I just ignore the pause menu there. We are going to move over to the stamp and send it to Hoagie. We're going to send the book over to Hoagie. We are going to send over... What else do we need to send over? We're going to send over the... What is it? Where is it? Ah, there. For some reason, I was looking for a plaster. So yeah, the boo-boo will be gone. Just send that over to Hoagie as well. Send over the cigar and also the lighter gun. Yeah, for some reason, for the boo-boo be gone, I was looking for a plaster. Then we can switch to Hoagie. Once we're Hoagie, we can come up these stairs and enter this room. We need to talk to the mummy, so if you just come over here, click on the mummy by pressing X. Don't try to give it a cigar like me. You have to actually press X on the mummy, sorry. So, I'll keep bringing up my menu. Press X, that's it, right, X, and then talk
What's
to the
up?
mummy.
Don't feel like talking, huh? Vow of silence or something.
So
probably,
that's
right?
one of the goals towards our
Well,
achievement.
that's cool.
So make sure you talk to him. Then we just press later, dude. You don't need to have a
Later,
full
dude.
conversation as long as you've triggered a conversation. And that way we can head this way. Up the stairs. past the clock and then up the stairs. It's gonna give us a little bit of a cutscene here. Again, don't skip any cutscene, guys. So yeah, again, no skipping cutscene, guys. You don't want to miss that achievement. I would recommend saving it every now and again on individual save files. Preferably not overwriting any saves unless you have to, unless you want out. But every now and again, just save it in different places. Once you watch that cutscene, we're just going to head up the stairs and up here. That might have been a random cutscene, I can't remember. But again, you get some random ones and some you don't. I was going to head in that door, but I decided not to and went up the stairs instead. Once you come up the stairs, we're going to go over to Jed's bed. And we need to use this to determine that it isn't the bed that we need. I know that sounds daft, but you just sit on it and it just makes a clunking sound. And once we've done that, we're able to move over to the paint to pick up the paint. So just move over to the paint, pick that up, and we are going to use Boo Boo Be Gone on the paint for our next achievement, and that is our missing ink achievement. He doesn't like that. You'll notice that the door is open. This is because I had to come back. Yeah, I made a mistake and I actually had already been in the room, but you can now come in this room now. You shouldn't have gone in it before, but you can now. Once you come in here, there's going to be a bit of a dialogue between the two brothers and yourself. So let them talk it out. Just listen to the dialogue. Again, you can skip some dialogue, but I wouldn't bother. Once we get these options, we need to make the right ones, which is just go down to sorry, hope I didn't jolt you. And that's really pretty much
Too late.
what we have to do in this room. Just leave then and head back up the stairs. Once we're back up the stairs, we're going to move back over to Jed's bed again. In fact, no, sorry, Ned's bed this time. And we are going to use it. We'll notice that it squeaks and the cat moves over. Now, we know one bed's clunky. We know one bed's squeaky. We need to be able to move the cat. So what we do is we click on use this squeaky mattress with the other bed. So we click on this bed, use it. The cat will move over. Then we need to be pretty quick and do it twice. And then your character will drag it across the floor. So you need to use it, sit on it, make it squeak. As soon as you made it squeak, click on it, use it again, then use it with the other bed, and you'll swap the mattresses around. It is a little bit tricky, but as long as you use and then use, it should be fine. Then you use this bed, the cat will come and walk over to you, and you need to quickly rush and get the mouse from over here. So you need to pick up that mouse before the cat moves back. That might take a little bit of getting used to there, guys, but just pause it, rewind, and you should be able to get that used to that pretty quickly. Once you've done that, we're just going to leave the window and head down the chimney, which is a bit of a shortcut. Saves us walking all the way back around. And then we're in the room with the guys here, and we're going to put the flyer inside of the suggestion box. So we're going to head to the flyer and put that inside the suggestion box. Once we do that, our character walks over here and a cutscene starts again. Don't skip the cutscene. I did, obviously, because I don't need to watch it, but you guys do, so you can pause it and wait till you're caught up and then play again. Once you're back here with us, we're going to head into this door and pick up the oil and the spaghetti. Again, if you need to pause it there, just pause it and play. Once we picked up the oil and the spaghetti from this pantry room, we're going to head back through the swinging door, back into the room with the fireplace. In fact, head back in here and go into the laundry room, sorry. And head into the laundry room. And now in here we need to open the cabinet. So open the cabinet and pick up the brush. Pick it up. And we're going to move over here and then pick up the bucket. Don't forget to pick up the brush and the bucket. Now we need to use the brush and send it straight to Bernard. And then we're going to leave the room. So make sure you send the brush straight to Bernard. We're going to use the bucket and we're going to move over to the water tap over here. And we're going to use the bucket with the water tap. Should automatically fill that for you. You shouldn't have to do anything once you've clicked on there. And now we're going to head back into the laundry room. Yeah, head back into the laundry room. No. Sorry, the swinging door. We're going to go through the swinging door, sorry. Not the laundry room. And then we're going to quickly switch back to Bernard. Once we're with Bernard, we're going to head over to the left and leave this room here. And then we're going to head through this door. outside, and we're going to head down towards this car. Now the little dude from before should be gone. We're going to use the brush that we've just been sent over to try and clean the car, and that is another achievement. So we're racking up these achievements, guys. Don't forget to give us a sub. We'll get plenty more achievements for you in the future. If only you can sub us. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, once you've used the brush, send it straight back to Ogie, because he's going to need it next. We're going to head towards the screen here. And once we're back in this screen, we can then move over and switch back to Hoagie. Once we're with Hoagie, we're going to go back through this double door over here. We'll open the door and go through. Once we're back in this room, we're just going to head around the corner and walk over to the clock.
It's closed.
Click on the grandfather clock and open it. And climb inside. See Hoagie's butt crack there. Head down the stairs. I'm going to take the hammer. Don't forget to pick up the hammer, guys. You're going to need that.
That's a left-handed hammer, you know. I invented it myself.
He's going to have a little bit of a dialogue with us again. Don't skip it, guys. You need to play through these dialogues and stuff. Once we've done that, we are going to use the help one to post it on him, and that will crack up in another achievement. Get 2 or 3 achievements here. So you use that, that'll give us one. Once the dialogue's finished, we just gotta wait for him to finish reading and chatting. Once that one's finished, we are going to go over to the patent. We're gonna click on the patent with him. And he's going to start talking about that.
Sometimes I amaze myself. Now all I need is oil, vinegar, and some gold.
And once he's finished talking with that, we're going to move over and grab the lab coat. I thought there's more than one achievement here, but there isn't, sorry. So it's just the one achievement. It's hard to keep track of it because they're all missable. Well, majority of them are missable achievements, so it's hard to keep track of them. Anyway, you've done those 3 things. Once you've done those 3 things, you're going to head up here and go through here. Now we need to use George's bed. That's George Washington's bed. We're going to mess that up. And then we're going to pull the rope cord. I think actually you just press use. I think you can either use pull or use. I think I use. Yeah, use. And that will make the maid come up.
Here I am, don't get your
Once the
cars
maid
in
comes
an
up.
uproar. Excuse me, Mr. Washington.
And that was a
Boy,
big
what
whine
mess.
about George Washington's bed being a mess. Peter Griffin in a dress. We're going to come outside quickly, and we need to move out the way of the cart so we can actually see the cart. Move out the way of the cart and then pick up the soap from the cart there. So we pick up the soap, pick it up, and then we get another achievement. Make sure you do that pretty quick because the maid can come back out. Once you've done that, mix the soap with the water to make soapy water. Okay, so that's another achievement got. We're racking up these achievements now, guys. Okay, so we're going to move over here and we're going to enter the 3rd room, which is Benjamin Franklin's room, or Franklin's room. We notice they haven't got the letters on the door anymore because these were their original occupants. We're going to pick up the wine from that room and we're going to head around this corner. We're going to come over here and stand next to the horse. And this time we are going to get the textbook again. And we're going to use the textbook with the horse.
The LALR
There's going to be a bit of a dialogue here, a bit of a cutscene, and the horse eventually is going to start falling asleep, eyes closing and head bobbing, as you can see. He takes out his teeth because he knows it's night time or nap time, and once he's done that he falls asleep, which is the perfect opportunity for us to take those dentures. So pick up those teeth and then head through this door back into the room with these guys. Now we need to use that hammer and switch it with this hammer when he hasn't got it in his hand. If he does pick it up, just wait for him to put it down and then switch. You basically switched and give him a left-handed hammer. Don't skip this video, guys. I know I skipped it, but you don't have to skip it. You do need to watch it all. You'll get this video where the statue switched because the brothers had to switch positions. Again, if you need to pause it there, pause it until your video catches up with mine, and then you should be good to go again. After the cutscenes, you should be back where you were with the horse after a few cutscenes, and you can just head back down the stairs. Keep going back down the stairs after those cutscenes. Again, don't skip any cutscenes, guys. If you did, make sure you load that up. Load up the save. We're going to go down the stairs and leave. Once we've left, we're going to come outside. I'm going to head up towards the original toilet. Don't click on the cart if you can help it. We don't want to click on that. We're going to head back up here and we're going to head over to the outhouses. Now, once we arrive here, we do need to do a couple of things to get our next achievements. First, we're going to come over to the tree and we're going to use the red paint to paint the tree. And that will paint the tree red and turn it into a cherry tree. So we change the kumquat tree into a cherry tree. Yeah, cool. Right, now once we've done that, we are going to send the red paint over to Bernard, because he's going to need it next. Okay, so now we've sent that over, we're good to go back down. So head back down the path and head back into the inn. Again, don't click on the carts, you don't need to mess with that just yet, we'll come back to that in a bit. Head into the house, head back into the main hall, and we've got a few tasks to do here. So if you head towards the screen and head towards George Washington here, good old George Washington, founding father. We need to talk to George, we'll have a conversation, and we're going to choose the option, whoa, you're like George Washington, top option that is.
Very much like him, according to my wife, Mrs.
You can have a bit of a chatter, and then we're going to say, is it whoa? No, not whoa, it's my name is Hoagie. So yeah, click my name is Hoagie.
Like the sandwich?
And yeah, and then once we've done that, we are going to put, is it true about you and the cherry trees? If you did click any of them wrong, it doesn't matter, you can go back to the start of the conversation. As long as you get onto conversation about him being George, then Hoagie, and then the conversation about cherry trees, and then we need to say, I bet you've lost it, you couldn't chop down a cherry tree to save your life, or something to do with his mother, I believe, to save his mother. Anyway, so he goes on about the cherry tree and how good he is at chopping down cherry trees. It's a bit of a dialogue again, seems to be never ending, but again, it is a brilliant game, brilliant story, so hopefully you are actually playing through the story as well. But you have to be very, very careful in this game not to do something wrong to miss those achievements, because there's so many missable achievements. Anyway, he goes outside, chops down the cherry tree. We have a bit of a cutscene where our third character is in the future and the tree disappears, which unlocks our third playable character. And achievement unlocked. Only George can destroy a tree. So that's that achievement got. We've unlocked our third character. Beep beep beep. I like that. Sweet. So we have all three characters available now, as you can see. So we're going to switch over to here for the first time. We're in a little bit of a jail cell. It's a bit of a cutscene, bit of dialogue. Again, I might have skipped a few bits of dialogue or a few bits of video. As long as you don't skip any, you should be absolutely fine, guys. Again, just keep making saves, make sure that you're keeping up with it, you should be fine. So, there's going to be the dialogue. Once the dialogue's finished, we're just going to try and walk into the middle of the room, where the black and white circles are on the floor. Black panel with the white circles. So just come walk over here and it should get electrocuted. Once that's happened, we're just going to click on the guard and use talk. Once we start talking, we need to choose a specific option. So we're going to head down to, oh, I don't feel so good. So we've clicked on, oh, I don't feel so good. And this guy is going to release the security guard gate thing, electric gate. And we're going to be able to go to see the doctor. Once we're in the doctor's room, he's going to have a little bit of a chat with us. about us being
Are you gonna use
human
your
and
scalpel?
how we're not actually ill, etc., etc.
Done. Do you wanna use mine?
She's obviously talking about getting scalpeled, and yeah, he's a bit crazy. She's a bit crazy, should I say? Anyway, there's gonna be a bit of a dialogue.
What?
He's gonna walk over to this human anatomy poster. He's gonna look at the human anatomy poster and realize that there's nothing wrong with her.
There's nothing wrong with you.
You can probably gather that
What
from
a
yourself, but
letdown.
yeah, once the conversation is going through, he's gonna get fed up that you've sort of wasted time, and he is gonna leave.
Sit. Stay. Good boy.
Right, so once he's left, we are gonna come and grab the tentacle chart off the wall, so pick that up. And then, do you have to collect these?
I shouldn't
No,
have paid a
this
lot
one.
of money for that.
This one? No. Do you?
Oh,
No,
I've got
sorry.
plenty
Yeah, it's
of
just that
those
first
at
one, the
home.
tentacle chart you need to pick up. So as long as you picked up that, you should be good to go. So pick that up and leave the room. And then we're in this room with these other people, but we're going to head north through the top door. And then we're going to head to this top door. And we're going to be back in our cell.
How'd you get out? Get back in there.
Once we're back in our cell and we move over here, we will need to start up another conversation with the guard. So once this bit of a dialogue's finished, just click back on him and start another conversation to talk to the guard.
Tentacle guy?
This time we're going to tell him that we need to go to the toilet,
I have to
or
go
the bathroom.
To the bathroom.
which he finds hilarious because obviously in the future humans obviously don't use toilets. I don't know what they use, but they don't use toilets. We obviously just go outside. Anyway, so he takes us outside, and this is the first time we have contact with the toilet, which means this is the only time that we can transfer items. So we're just going to transfer the scalpel straight to Bernard, and the anatomy poster over to Hoagie. Switching over to Hoagie afterwards, and we're going to send the mouse over to the lady character. Forgot her name, but we're just going to send the mouse over to her, which she will need later. We're going to send the teeth over to her too, and the spaghetti, and is that everything? Yeah, just those. Okay, so yeah, that's all we need to send over for now. After we've done that, we need to switch back to our character. So we're just going to press left or right on our D-pad to switch back to Bernard. And once we're with Bernard, we're going to head back inside. And we're going to head back into the welcome room. This time, now we've got the scalpel and we've sent that over, we are going to use it with the clown. Now, I did try the fork first because I thought that might work, but it doesn't. So once you've done that, just get out the scalpel, try it with the clown, and that should pop our next achievement. So use the scalpel with Uzo. Uzo pops. The achievement is actually blocking something on the floor there, and I left the room and missed it, and then remembered I'd forgot it, so I went back in and picked it up. But not before sending the fake bath over to the lady character. Pick up the box of laughs. So yeah, pick that up off the floor. We've just sent over the bath. We're going to send over the gum. And we're just going to send a few objects here to our lady character that we're going to need later in the game. So we sent the bath, we've sent the gum. We're also going to send the crank. And also... what else is it? Is it red paint? No. Yeah, the chattering teeth. So we send the chattering teeth over to here as well. And also the box of laughs. So as long as you sent all that, you should be okay. And that's all the items that we need to send. So we're just going to leave this room back into the main hall. Once we've done that, we can leave that room and we can switch back to Hoagie. Switch back to Hoagie, and we just need to do a few things here. So we can move down here now that we have those anatomy pictures from the lady. We can head up the stairs. Head straight into here and head this way, and we're gonna head up the stairs here. And we're going to follow it around and go into the middle door, which is the Roosevelt room. We're going to head in here. Let's just go in.
Told you guys I'll go to the flag
And
next.
she's going to start a bit of a dialogue. She gives you an option of 4. I just chose the top one. I'm not sure if it has any effect on the achievement or not, but that's the one that I used. So just click that one first. And then choose the top option. I think you can choose any of them. I don't think it make any difference, but I literally just chose the top option. So could it have a chrome plated bald eagle robot on it is the option I chose. And then you need to choose, then you need to put the anatomy of the tentacles, the anatomy picture of the tentacles on the table, where she's just asked for the plans to be put. So just put that. So go into your options, take out the tentacle chart, and put that there on the table. And that will give us our next achievement, which is to change the flag. Da-da! Awesome. So once that's done, that's fantastic. We can head out and head back down. And we are going to switch back to Hoagie. If for any reason you noticed I'm not in the same place I was when I last left, I would just find your way to that point and move over to where you need to be. I did have to chop the video a little bit because I made a couple of mistakes here and there, went back and rectified them, so you may have to do that. Once you've done that anyway, you're going to walk down the stairs, you're going to move over to this guy, you're going to use the decaf coffee and you're going to put it in the cup. It is a bit awkward, but make sure you click on the cup and not the guy, and then you can put that in there. He's going to drink that coffee, that decaf, and it's going to knock him asleep.
Must open safe.
He's going to walk around like a bit of a zombie. So he's sleepwalking now. We're going to follow him up these stairs.
For family.
So yeah, for some reason the decaf coffee knocks him into a sleepwalking zombie. So yeah, we're just going to follow him up the stairs. And we are going to head up the stairs ourselves. He went to the office, but we're going to go up the stairs. Again, these are random. They just pop up here, there, and everywhere. So if you get one here, it could happen. If not, don't worry about it. They are just random. So you're going to head up the stairs and follow it around. Follow it around to here. No, actually we're going to go into the W room. My apologies. We go back into the W room, and then we're going to use our 2 dimes. One into there. One was in the chewing gum and one was in the phone downstairs, in case for some reason you don't have them. That's where they both are. So use the 2 dimes and that will shake the big guy off the bed. Once he falls off the bed, we need to pick up the sweater, the jumper. Pick up the jumper, and then we're able to leave. So once we pick up the jumper, you can then leave the sweater. Follow it around. Keep going around here, and we are going to use the machine. In fact, use a crowbar with the machine, and we're going to get some of that money back that we just spent. Once we do this, we do need to pick up the money. There will be a bit of a cutscene. I did skip it, but again, you should not skip any cutscenes. So if you do need to pause the video to catch up to where I am, please do so. And then once you've done that, this should be where you are, standing right outside the candy machine again, and you should be able to move. And we're going to head up the stairs. So once we've picked up that money, we're going to head up the stairs. We're going to head to here, and this time we're going to go into this closed room. Got this nice lady here, Nurse Edna. We're going to move over to Edna, and we are going to push her. So walk to this side of her, and we're going to use push. And then he, the very naughty man, pushes her out the door.
Well, you know what they say. If you want to save the world,
maybe a bit of a dialogue there.
Down the stairs.
Once the dialogue's finished, we need to click on the videotape in our inventory, and we need to put it in the video player. So once it's done that, we then need to view the screen not the VCR. I don't know what. Oh yeah, sorry, I haven't put the tape in yet. Put the tape in the VCR player, and then we need to click on the screen and click view the screen. Don't push it like I was trying. You need to go over to it and click view it with the little spyglass. There you go. Right, this bit can be a bit tricky the first time you do it, but it is pretty simple.
Tape's at the end.
Once you put the videotape in, all you need to do is rewind the videotape to the very beginning. Once the videotape's at the very beginning, we need to record it. Once it starts recording, the IRS guy should appear. It might play through the video a couple of times till it starts again, because you started it halfway through. So if you notice it starts from again, don't worry about it. Anyway, once these guys are being on there, you just need to stop the recording, and then you need to rewind it. In fact, you don't need to stop it, sorry, you just need to rewind it, switch to EP, and then play it back. So overall, you put the video in, you look at the TV, rewind the videotape, you press record. Once it's finished recording, you press rewind, you switch to EP, and then you press play. This will show us the code that opens is safe, which we need for later on. This is in slow motion, which is a bit frustrating when we're trying to get through the game, but again, you do have to watch all these, so just bear with it and we'll be through the game in no time. We're already more than halfway through and we've had plenty of achievements, so happy days. And then we can eject the videotape, so don't forget to take the videotape with you by ejecting. Just check that you have got it in your inventory. If you haven't, just go back to that and eject it. We're okay to leave the room, so once you've got the videotape, I'm going to head up the stairs, and this is where the IRS dudes are taken in. We get achievement here just by going over to the IRS guys and asking them if they're brothers. So just click on them, click on talk, and then ask them if they are brothers. You should then get the achievement, and then that's really the only dialogue that you need to be having with them. I did go over to the door over here. You don't need to. You just need to head down the stairs. So whenever you're ready, just head down the stairs, and that'll be the next part of the mission. So just head down here.
I can't believe what a mess these records are.
Head through the trapdoor. Head down the stairs. Down the stairs. Down the stairs. Keep going down the stairs. And we're gonna head over here. And actually we're gonna head through this door and through the swinging door. We're gonna head into this little room here. And we're going to take out the sweater, the jumper, and we're going to put it into the dryer. We're going to put the money into the dryer, all the money. It's a little bit of a cutscene there. I may have skipped it. If I did, pause it and just wait for it to catch up. When you're back with Bernard, back on this screen, you can't click on the dryer. I tried to open it, but it doesn't let you. There's a reason for that, and the reason why we put so much money in there. So if you just leave and come into this room and then leave through the swinging door, we're gonna head up the chimney, and we are now on the roof. We're gonna head over to the window and enter the room. We're gonna click on the rope and pick the rope up. Happy days. Gonna head back out the window, and we are going to use the rope with the, I forgot what they're called now. Use the rope with that dangly thing above his head. With the pulley, that's it, the pulley. How did I not think of that, the pulley? So yeah, put the rope on the pulley, and then what we do is we head back down the chimney. Yeah, so once we head back down the chimney, we can just leave this room. And we're just going to quickly head into the office. I should have done this just, but I forgot. So we're just going to head in here. And we're going to open the safe. Now we watch the videotape, etc. and watch it in slow motion. We know what the code is, so it should automatically do that for you. So just click on that. And he knows the password, he knows the code. Once you've done that, you just need to pick up the contract from the side. You got the achievement as well. Rap sheet Yeg achievement. And then we just head back out. And we're just going to head outside. Now, we're just going to head behind the mummy. So, just head over here behind the mummy where the rope is dangling. And we're going to use the rope. So just head over here. And we're going to click on the rope. And we're going to use it with the mummy. So use the rope with the mummy. Try not to click on the fountain again. Just click on the rope with the mummy. Bernard wraps it around his neck. And we're going to paint the mummy. Again, try not to click on the beard bath. Click on the mummy himself. Red paint and the mummy. So you should come around, paint the mummy red.
Ted is red.
Painting the
See,
mummy red.
Ted.
Anywho, so once that's done, we can now, we're going to head back around here and head back inside. So just head around and back up the steps and head inside. Once you're inside, head back into the room over here and back up the fireplace. Head back up the fireplace and back into the furthest window. In fact, no you don't, sorry, pull on the rope. So we need to pull the rope using the red arrow option. It pulls it up. Don't skip the cutscene. Make sure to watch it. Pull on the rope. And he falls off the roof. He ends up in there. You can sort of see where this is going, right? Switch the good old switcheroo. So yeah, now that we've done that, we can head back inside ourselves, head back in again, and then back up the fireplace again. And this time we are actually going to go in the window, so if you move over to the second window and head inside, and we are going to click on Ted, the mummy. I'm going to use Ted, and we're going to use Ted with Dr. Fred, just to be confusing. So use Ted with Dr. Fred. Use the mummy with the guy on the bed, basically. That's going to start a little cutscene where he lands on top of you. Don't skip, remember. Guy's going to come and check on him and give him a little wave. Okay, thank you.
Well, try and keep it down, okay?
So there's that. Once that's done, you can obviously slip out from underneath the dude. Cheeky little smile, and then this time we are going to use the rope. So we click on the rope and we're going to pick it up. Sorry, no we're not. We're going to use the rope and then we're going to click on Dr. Fred's leg. So use the rope with Dr. Fred. Use rope, Dr. Fred. Then we're going to leave the window. So just exit the window there. And this time we're going to pull the rope again. So click on pull the rope, which is the red arrow. I always seem to press push for some reason, but yeah, pull the rope. He thinks he's going to outsmart himself this time after the little accident he had before. Can he outsmart himself? I don't know. So there he is, and nope, he's gone again. He's down. He's out. They both fall off the roof. The guy, Dr. Fred, falls down after him, knocks him through the floor. And that should put them both in the basement. So Dr. Fred's dead. Well, he's asleep anyway. Once we've done that, guys, just need to switch to our female character. Your character should be outside, so ignore the screen. Just head up inside, then head through the top door, and then the top door on the next screen, and that should take you back to the kennels. And you'll be in this exact same screen as me, and you just need to go over and talk to the tentacle here on the left of the screen. And we're going to tell him that we're ill again.
Ooh, I don't.
So just mention that you're ill, and it should send you back to the doctor's office. Once in the doctor's office, we are going to just leave the room. And go through the door at the top there. And we're going to go up the fireplace. Once up the fireplace, we're going to get an achievement. So we get that achievement there. That's for climbing through the chimney on all 3 playthroughs. If for any reason you haven't got that, just go back to your 2 characters and climb through the chimney with each of them. You will get your achievement. Then we're going to use the crank with the flagpole. And then we're going to take the flag. So use the crank with the flagpole to get down the flag. Now we're going to use the flag as clothing, which gives us another achievement, which is costume quest. So now we have another achievement. Then we are heading back down the fireplace. Once we go down the fireplace, we're going to be back in this room. And now we can free roam with the character because we dressed as one of the tentacles. Super, obviously, great uniform there. Camouflage, no one's ever going to know a thing. We're going to head over here. And we're going to head up the stairs. Don't talk to any of them just yet. We will need to speak to them soon. But we're going to pick up our old friend. Do you remember what we put here earlier? So we need to look inside. And that will automatically trigger us the option to then be able to click on and pick up the hamster. So first you have to view it. Once you view it, you're allowed to pick up the hamster, which is frozen. She puts the hamster inside her clothing, and then we can head back downstairs. Now we're going to get a couple of achievements here. Head back round here. And head back through the main door at the top. I'm going to head across to the other room, which is obviously the pantry room on the other older versions. We're going to head into the pantry room, and you can just see, just as we enter the room, the dryer stopped after all that time. That's why we needed so much money. So the dryer is just finished from when Bernard put it on. We can pick up the tiny little sweater, the little jumper, which we need. This is 200 years in the future, by the way. And we get an achievement for getting a tiny sweater. Once we picked up the tiny sweater, we can leave the room.
It opens automatically.
Come over here to the futuristic microwave where the coffee machine was in the past, and we're gonna put a few things in here. First of all, we're gonna put in the frozen hamster, and that's an achievement. Don't try this at home. Don't skip any of the dialogue. She does talk a little bit here, which gets a bit frustrating. You just want to sort of skip it, but you will need to stand there and listen to it all, unfortunately. So just let that dialogue play through and that little cutscene play through. So yeah, first of all, we're gonna microwave the hamster, the frozen hamster. Once we've microwaved the frozen hamster and he's finished and he's dinged, we're going to pick him back up, and now we're going to try and put him back in again. So we're going to cold wet soggy hamster, and we're going to try and put him back in again. I'm assuming it's a he. I don't know if it's a he or not, but I'm just assuming so. And then we get another achievement. So we'll get them 2 achievements. Just quickly go to your inventory and put the jumper on the hamster. That's what you need to do next. And then our final one is we just need to switch to Bernard or any of the other characters and just find out who's got the fork. And then we need to send it to her. If for any reason you find that it's not with one of the characters that you expect, it's going to be with one of the others. So just flick through, find the fork. It's probably with Bernard at this point. And then try and put the fork into the microwave. And then that gets the avoiding the warranty achievement. You may notice, guys, that when you were putting the fork into the microwave that my hamster was wet again. That's because I had to chop the video because I made a mistake. However, yours should already be in the jumper like mine is on the screen now, so don't worry about that. Once you have got the achievement for putting the fork in the microwave, if you just pick on the hamster and move it over to Hoagie or Bernard, that will actually trigger your next achievement. So all you need to do is just literally click on the hamster and try and send it over to one of the other guys. Once you've got that achievement, guys, just head through the door to the north at the top of the screen, then head to the left door over here. Then we're just going to head towards the screen and go to the right. There is one of the guards over by the clock. So we're just going to click on the guard and have a conversation with him. We're just going to choose some options. When we have the option to choose, we're going to choose option A, the first top option, which is Hi, I'm Laverne. So that's option 1. Hi, I'm Laverne. It's going to be a bit more talking, and then we're going to choose yes, that's right, which is the option 1 again.
Well, good luck to you then. There's some jolly good prizes to be won.
He's going to do a bit more talking.
Grand prize is a dinner for 2 at Club Tentacle.
And then we're going to choose the bottom option, which is be seen you.
Yes, perhaps I can regale you.
And that's all we need to do with this guy. Then we're going to talk to the guy in the tutu, the one with the greeny blue hair. I notice it depends on what TV you've got, what sort of hair that colour looks. So we're going to start a conversation.
My name's Harold. I'm a thoroughbred.
And once the conversation starts, we're going to go down to the third option. What are you guys waiting for? That is the option that we're going to choose. The third option.
We're all waiting for the
And once that dialogue's finished, we're just going to end the conversation by going down to the bottom option, which ends the dialogue. Once we've done that, we're going to head to the door right at the top of the screen to the north and head through there. So yeah, as I mentioned, once that conversation is over, go to the bottom option, which is to close the option, to close the dialogue. Once that dialogue's closed, we're going to head straight to the north through that door, as I mentioned. So just head up this way, back into this room. And then we're going to go around the corner here. We're going to click on the blue tentacle and have a conversation. Now, we don't really need to choose any options on this conversation. It literally just goes through. So once that conversation is over, we'll be able to continue.
I'd like to enter my insignificant human in the show.
I may skip a little bit here, guys. So if you notice I'm ahead of you, just pause it and then wait till you catch up. And then once you've done that, head through the door on the left-hand side and head back around past the contestants and head up the stairs past the guard that we spoke to. Head up the stairs and head around into the R room. Now, once we enter the room, we've got a couple of things to do. First of all, we're going to talk to the mummy. So, Alt X, go over to the Levine head symbol, which will start a conversation. And then you can just close the conversation by heading to the bottom option. Once that conversation is over, we're just going to switch back to Bernard. So if you just press right or left on your D-pad until you get to Bernard. Then we're going to head up the stairs. So head up the stairs. Head to the left and go into the welcome room. And head into the fireplace, which is there right in front of you, with the glasses. Head up the fireplace, and then we're going to head in the second window. We're going to press X on the mummy guy, and then we're going to head over to the head, which is to talk. And then that should give us the achievement. We've talked to the mummy with each character. We're okay to close the dialogue by moving down to the bottom option. Then we're just going to press A on the window and leave. And we're just going to leave our character just sort of here in the middle of the roof. And then we're okay to switch back to Laverne. And once we've done that, we can switch back to our female character. I need to just do a few things. First of all, we're going to come pick up these skates, then pick up the extension cord, which is by the wall there. So the skates, the extension cord, and then we're going to stick the "Hi, my name is" tag on the mummy. So we stick the "Hi, my name is" tag on the mummy. We're going to stick the roller skates on the mummy. And then we are going to push green arrow, push the mummy. That starts a little cutscene again. Don't skip any cutscene, guys. Like, pray through.
Well, that's the spirit. Everyone's raring
Just let
to
that
go.
play through, guys.
Let's get this show
And then we enter the human contest and we get the achievement. So we just got the achievement for entering the human contest, which is great. And we're absolutely flying through these achievements now, so we're quite far through the game. Once we've done that, guys, just head out here. And I'm just going to head back up the stairs. So just follow the stairway up. It's very important here, guys, to remember we have 2 sets of teeth with us when we decorate on our mummy. Because that's the next goal. Do not use the horse teeth on the mummy yet. Make sure you use the joke teeth before you use the other ones. First, we're going to put the noodles, the spaghetti. And then we're going to use the fork. So she's going to do that little bit of a cutscene. But again, make sure we use the joke teeth on the mummy first. The chattering teeth before the horse teeth, or you will miss the achievement. The chattering teeth with the mummy first, then the horse's teeth after. There you go, Luke. We've got that achievement there, can't win. If you'd used the horse teeth, you would have missed the achievement, and sometimes the checkpoint saves there. So if you haven't saved for a while, you may have to do quite a bit. Hopefully you did use the chattering teeth first, then use the horse teeth afterwards, and then you would have got the achievement, which I hope you did. Again, we're getting through these achievements, that's great. Once we've put the teeth on, we then need to use the lots of laugh box on the mummy. If for any reason you don't have this, it's probably with Bernard. Switch over to Bernard and send it to our female character. Put the box of laughs on the mummy, and then once we've done that, we are pretty much nearly there. We need to use this fake bath with the lady guy in the tutu. And that will disqualify them, and we'll get achievement for that. It'll move our character over here into the corner of the screen.
Now, how did that mess
So that will disqualify Harold, or Harrod, or whatever his name is.
Someone in here not feeling well?
I was feeling fine until I saw that.
This guy will come out, and there'll be a bit of a cutscene where they're not very happy about what happened.
Didn't you just say
Just let this cutscene play through, guys. I can see Harold is not happy.
Do you realize you could have infected
Not happy at all.
the show with human influenza?
But I just got all my shots.
So Harold,
You're a
who's
good-looking
very
human,
much likely to
but
win,
you know the rules. You're out of the show.
gets disqualified, rejected, in fact.
What a mess.
I hate cleaning up after humans.
Again, a little bit of dialogue here. I'm just gotta wait for that sort of to finish. Once that's finished, we can move over to the right of the screen. And we need to get our judges to judge the competition. So first we're going to click on talk to them, and then we're going to choose the option hey. We're going to judge the competition, the first option.
Oh, all right.
They're going to go over here and judge this part. I'm going to just skip this part, some of this video out, guys. But basically you just need to keep going back to the judges and ask them to come and judge each category for the competition. So hey, come and judge the laughter. Hey, come and judge etc, etc. Just click on each option. So hey, talk to judges. Hey, you guys gonna come and get the best smile, then the best laugh. Once you've been through those options, guys, so you've been through the laugh, the smile, etc, etc, you will get another achievement, which is winning is better, where we won the human contest using the mummy and all the little bits that we managed to pick up along the way. There's a little bit of a cutscene here where she talks to the mummy about how much she likes him over others. So sort of let that just play through. She drops a tear there. So yeah, once we've done that, we are okay to send the teeth to Huggy. Once we are with Huggy, we're going to walk into this room and walk down, and we are going to go over to our George Washington. So we're going to offer George Washington the exploding cigar.
Mr. President, may I offer you an
So yeah, offer George Washington this exploding
Can you
cigar.
also provide me with a light? Sure. Well, in that case,
And then he's going to ask us if we have a light, and obviously we do. That's going to blow his face.
blast, I hate it when that happens. See if you can't find those for me, will you? There's a good lad.
He asks us to go look for his teeth, but we just need to get the chattering teeth, give them to George, and that will help us to get to the next part of our goal. So give him the chattering teeth.
Why, thank you, young man. Strange.
So yeah, there's the chattering teeth. Once he's got the chattering teeth in, obviously the other guys start talking about George being cold and that they should get a fire going.
I guess you can
There is a bit of a cutscene about that.
Why should I build the
I'm just
fire?
going to skip ahead that, so if you want to
build
pause
the
it to catch
fire.
up, please do. Once the cutscene's over, you'll notice our cold friend that was sitting there with the blanket around them before has now dropped the blanket on the floor. We need to move over, pick up that blanket. We can no longer go up the fireplace because the fire obviously is there. So hopefully you got the achievement before where you needed to get all 3 people up and down the chimney. Once you picked up the blanket, head up the stairs. You might get a little bit of a cutscene here again. A bit random, might not happen here, might happen at a different point. If it does happen here, fantastic. Either way, you're not missing anything, you haven't done anything wrong if it doesn't pop up. Come up the stairs and head around the bend over here. And just keep following it around, then back up the stairs. Keep following it around, past the horse. Up the stairs. And then we're back in the room with the cat. Head out the window. And once we're out the window, we're going to put the blanket over the chimney.
No way, I'd get toasted.
So yeah, put the blanket over the chimney. That will obviously make the room at the bottom smoky as anything. It will trick these guys into scaring them into thinking the building's on fire, and they will actually all jump out the window. Which leads us to our next achievement. So these guys are all outside, panicking, thinking the building's on fire. Got a bit of a cutscene going on. Once the cutscene's over, head back inside. Not through the second window, through the first window. You can't get through the second window with Hoagie. Head through the first window. Head down the trapdoor. Down the stairs. Keep following it around. Just keep following it around towards the screen and down the stairs again. And then we're gonna do not head into that room. Whatever you do, do not head into the main hall. Head straight outside. If you headed into the main hall, leave straight away and head back out. Don't go anywhere near the window. Anyway, you should be outside. Follow it and click on the toilet at the top, and it should bring you. You sort of walk over to them, but it doesn't work, so you have to walk over to the toilets. Once you walk to the toilets, then walk to the left of the screen, and then you'll need to talk to the guys over here, and that will give you your next achievement. If you walked into the other room, you could miss that achievement because the other guys could walk back in. So it's always best that you come out here before going back into that room. Anyway, once you got that achievement, that's great. We can head back down, back into the hotel, the inn. Keep going down. And head into here. Now we've done that, we are able to go back into the main hall. Make sure you spoke to those guys first. Once you spoke to those guys, head over here and pick up the gold-plated quill. Once we pick up the quill, we do need to send it to Bernard. So, send it to Bernard. And then we can switch to Bernard. When you switch back to Bernard, you will notice that it's not in the same position as me. This is because I made a mistake. Basically, all you need to do is head down that chimney, just ahead there. Once you're down inside the chimney and you're in the circus room, just head to the left with the main big door, which will put you into the lobby. Once you're in the lobby, just come towards the screen and to the right. Enter inside the clock, and that will put you back down in the basement. And this is exactly where I am, so you should be there and be able to carry on without any sort of struggles. Once we're with Bernard, we're going to use the golden quill with the contract, and that will get us our next achievement, which is Rap Sheet Forged. Okay, so awesome. We are very, very near the end now, guys. We're getting through these. Not much to go. So anyway, we need to use the funnel with Dr. Fred. So use the funnel with Dr. Fred, and we're going to use the coffee with him. Again, that's another achievement. Coffee Achiever. Fred should wake up. Dr. Fred should wake up. So obviously decaf knocks him sleepy. Regular coffee gives him super duper powers. So once we've given him that and he's awake, we're happy days. Okay, so now to get our next achievement, we are going to use the Boo Boo Be Gone on the contract. I don't have the Boo Boo Be Gone with me, which means I've left it with another player. So I'm just going to switch to one of the other players and try and find it. First, sending the quill to Hoagie and using Hoagie to send back the Boo Boo Be Gone. So I sent the quill to Hoagie and the Boo Boo Be Gone to Bernard. Now I'm going to use the Bobo Boo Boo Be Gone with the contract, and that should pop our next achievement, which is a rap sheet fraud. So I sent the quill to Hoagie and I sent the Boo Boo Be Gone to Bernard and tried to use that on the contract. That's the achievement. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going through these achievements now. There's not really that many left to do. And now we need to try and get Fred to sign the contract. But to do that, we need to do a few things first of all. First of all, we're going to click on the contract on Dr. Fred himself. But he doesn't want to sign it. He doesn't sign anything. So what we're going to say is, "Oh, forget it," which is the bottom option. And that will then give us another option, and we're going to choose the third option, which is "I offered a bribe to the tentacle," and that will get Dr. Fred to sign the contract. So we just had to choose those two options, and that will get him to sign a contract for us after this bit of a dialogue. There we go. Contract signed. We're getting somewhere. Great. So there is the achievement for get Fred to sign the contract. Once we've got Dr. Fred to sign the contract, we can just give that over to Hoagie. So if you press Y, go to inventory, drag it over to Hoagie and have that sent over to him. And then you can make your way up these stairs to carry on with the next part of the game. Head up the stairs and we're back in the shaky room. We need to head into the office over here. And we need to switch our character to Hoagie. And as we walk across here, these guys are back. Now, as I previously mentioned, you didn't want to walk into this room before we went to speak to them outside, because this scene can trigger if you're in this room and come in too far. So it's a good job we did it the other way around. But after he has this conversation with these guys, and he talks about blankets and fires, etc., we're just going to head outside and then back in. So head out the room and then back in. And this time we're going to give the wine bottle to Thomas Jefferson, who's in the middle there. Once we've given the bottle to him and there's a bit of a dialogue, we're then going to go over into our options and we're going to put the stamp with the letter, with the contract. So now we have a stamped contract. If any reason those aren't in the inventory, switch over to Bernard or one of the other characters to try and find them. But there should be no reason why they aren't with you. So the stamp and the contract, put them together with Hoagie and put them in this box. Once you put the letter in the mailbox, it will trigger a cutscene which includes Dr. Fred and Bernard in the same room. This is just to show us how we got the $2 million to pay for the diamond, which helps us to complete the game. I'm going to cut out some of this cutscene, guys, so you may want to pause this video, wait till you've caught up and then play it from there. So anyway, once that conversation's over, we can switch back to our female character and we're going to leave the room. Once we leave the room, we're going to head back down and we're going to head in to the W room. Once we're in the W room, we're going to head over to the time capsule. We need the tin opener. So if you don't have the tin opener with the female character, switch to the characters and find out who has them and then give them over to the female character. Once we have those tin openers, can openers, we're going to use them on the time capsule, which is based in the right hand side of the screen. You can see it quite big, it's pretty easy, hard to miss. We're going to take out the vinegar and we're going to send it over to Hoagie. We will get an achievement for actually creating the vinegar in the first place, but once we pick it up, send it straight over to Hoagie because he's going to need it pretty soon. Once we've done that, we're going to head down the stairs past this little dude, and we're going to go head straight outside. That's where we're going to get a couple more achievements. So once we've done that, here's a cat we need to get our achievement. We're going to get our Boo Boo Be Gone. If you don't have it with you, get it from the other character, send it over. But we're going to use the Boo Boo Be Gone on the fence just behind the cat. And that will create an achievement, which is alright. I'm playing a cartoon. And that will turn the cat into a skunk when he comes back through. The cat will jump on the roof. And we need to get him down. So the only way to get him down is to try and entice him with our pet, our squeaky mouse toy. So we're going to use this squeaky mouse toy.
Well, what do we
and
have
that
here?
should bring the cat down to us.
Like a prosthetic rodent.
Once the cat's down, we're going to put him in our pocket because that's what we do with cats, of course. So we're going to put that cat in our pocket, and then we are going to use the fork with the cat. Make sure you use the fork with the cat. That is a missable achievement, and it's easy to sort of go past and sort of totally miss. So use the fork with the cat to get that next achievement. Come back inside, head north again through that top door, and then again north again through the other top door. And this will put us back in our prison cell. This guy's going to have a little bit of moan again, as he always does. But this time, we're going to have a little conversation, and I'm going to use the bottom option. Use the bottom option. And then we are going to offer the food certificate to the tentacle. So it's the bottom option in the conversation. And we offer the food certificate to the tentacle. Once we got the guard to leave the room, we need to use the switch behind to turn off the electric fence. So yeah, once he's left, just press X, use the button, and that will allow you to release it. Then we're just going to start a conversation with these old ancestors of the main sort of characters in the game.
I said you're free, now get off your fat, lazy butts and start enjoying it.
Enjoy being
They're happy where they are. They don't want to leave. They've been there long enough. Why change the habit of a lifetime? So they're going to hang around, or they're going to try to. He's going to mention a skunk now. Who has a cat with a lion on their back in their pocket? That's right, we do. So once the dialogue's finished, we are going to use that cat with these guys. So just let the dialogue play through. Dialogue's going to go through. Once that dialogue's through, use the cat with the guys. Ta-da! They'll realise that it's a skunk, or they'll think it's a skunk. And they're terrified of skunks. So they're going to cutscene it. Don't skip any cutscene, guys. Bet you're tired of me telling you, but you'll be happy when you get an achievement at the end that you haven't skipped any. Do not skip any scenes. Anyway, so yeah, we've done that. Got those few achievements. And now we've just got a couple more things to do with this character before we move on. So when we're ready, we're going to leave the door. And we are going to head back through this door. And then we are going to head down towards the screen and towards the cuckoo clock. You'll notice that the guard is gone this time. So we're going to open the cuckoo clock and climb inside. Once we're down here, we've just got a couple of things to do. So, what we need to do down here is we've got to mess around with these machines, this Vax, get the hamster out and do a few bits and bobs. So as long as you do them in the order that I mentioned, you should be absolutely fine. We're going to use this extension cord on the generator. We need to do this twice to get one of the achievements. We put it down and we pick it straight back up, and that should give us the achievement. Da-da! Rap Sheet Adventure Gamer. Hopefully you've managed to pick up 45 things that didn't belong to you. If you haven't, we've messed up somewhere and I'm sorry. But you should have. Fingers crossed you have. If you did, give this video a like. That's the go-to thing in these days. Anyway, so we're going to put the extension cord in, then we're going to use the extension cord with the window. Be careful you don't accidentally click on anything else, because it just stops it and you pick it up by accident. So we're going back in our menu, and we're going to use the power cord, extension cord again with the generator. And then we're going to use the extension cord to click on X and then use it and make sure you click the window and nothing else, because if you click something else it just puts it away. So use the extension cord with the window. Chuck that outside. Fantastic. Now we're going to use our little toasty friend, the hamster with the wheel, and that punches off the screen. Lovely. You suck, it says on that little machine there. Hamster runs inside. There's the futuristic time machine. Thankfully, we're in the future, so breaking it didn't really do anything. We're going to head over to the You Suck, and just here on the floor, we're going to pick up that little bowl. Then we are going to look at the You Suck.
That's how you empty the vacuum cleaner, I guess.
She's going to have a little bit of a natter, and then we're going to use the built-in vac, so we're going to use it with the mouse. Use the vac with the mouse. The hamster, don't know why I'm saying mouse. I mean, it's a hamster. We've seen it enough times in the game. Use the vac with the hamster. Once she's finished doing that and it's been sucked up, and you've got your achievement, you need to open the door. So if you click on the hatch and open it, then click on the hatch and click pick up hamster. You click up the furry little dude and put him back in your pocket. Now, we need to walk back over to the generator and put the hamster in again. This time, you can't get punched because the trap's already being used. Just put a little hamster in there. He'll create the power for the generator. Fantastic, another job done. Hamster, power is the future, as you can see right there. Anyway, we're going to head upstairs. Once we've done all those little things, got our achievements, head back upstairs. And once we come out of the clock, we're going to head over to the left and we're going to head outside again. We can head over here, follow the path around where our machine is, and then we are going to switch back to Ogie. Before doing anything with the machine, switch back to Ogie and come over here. And we are going to use the water on the soapy water on the cart. That will give you the achievement, obviously, really, and that will make it rain and thunder.
Looks like a big storm. See,
once it's rained and thundered, should have a little bit of a cutscene with Benjamin Franklin. We are happy and we can switch back to our female character, and we're just going to put the extension cord here, use the extension cord with the extension plug which is right next to it. That creates that link and we get our achievement number 2. Power on the Chronogon with Lavina, whatever her name is, you get it. Switch back to Ogie. So once we switch back to Ogie, we just need to head up the stairs. So head off to the left up here and head back inside. Once we're inside, we are able to carry on with the mission. So we just need to head over here and into the grandfather clock. Once we've headed inside, we then need to come down here and give a few of these ingredients to Red Edison. So we need to give him the quill, the golden quill.
Ah, excellent. I need that for my
So hand over the golden quill to Edison, then hand over the vinegar to Edison. If for any reason you don't have those items, they're going to be with one of the other players, hopefully. And then finally give the oil to Edison, Red Edison. So that's the oil, the quill, and the vinegar. You'll create a battery and put it on the shelf next to the barrel. Anyway, there it is, so you quickly put it on the shelf. Gives you the achievement. So once you put the battery on the shelf, achievement pops. Pick up the battery. As you can see, I was trying to look for it because I missed it, and then I remembered it was on the shelf. So just move over to it. You'll trick Red Edison to look away, and then he picks up the battery, and we can get on with the game. So up the stairs we go. Once we come out of the clock, we're just going to head up the stairs here. And we're going to follow it around. And we're going to head into the middle door. Once we're in here... No, sorry, not the middle room. The end room, sorry. So head into the end room. And we are going to give our lab coat to the guy in the chair. So move over to the lab coat and drag it out and give the coat to Ben Franklin. Good old Benjamin Franklin.
I got something good for you, mister.
So drag it out of the menu
mister.
and use it on Benjamin Franklin.
Hand it over.
And
Doesn't
he will
this
use that
belong to somebody?
to make a
right.
lovely kite.
Ah.
I'm cut a little bit of this cutscene out, guys, so you may want to pause it until you're caught up to where I am on the screen and then carry on from there. Once you're caught up with me, guys, you should be on the screen where you're holding the kite. Just quickly go to your menu by pressing Y, go down to the battery and put it in the pocket of the kite. Benjamin Franklin will start trying to pull the kite, and he probably will pull it out of your hand the first time. And you will need to choose one of the random options. Either of those three is absolutely fine. And then he'll ask you if you're ready to go again, so you just need to press yes. This time, hold X over the kite and press push it when he says now. So he will say now, you hold X over the kite. So hold X over the kite. When he says now, use the green arrow push, and that will lift the kite up into the air, and that will set up the next cutscene, which I'm going to skip, so please do pause the video. Once you're all caught up, guys, and the cutscene is finished, Benjamin Franklin will drop the battery, so you do need to pick that up straight away. I'm not sure if it gives you the opportunity to pick it up before or after the dialogue, so either way, just make sure that you do pick it up and don't forget it. So yeah, now that that's over, just pick it up. So hover over X, pick it up, and then we're gonna head over to the Chronogon. Do not put the battery with the plug or you'll miss an achievement here. You need to just click on the option screen and click the battery with the toilet itself, not the plug. So the battery with the toilet itself, you get the achievement. That should have worked. Once you have done that, that's fine, you've got the achievement. You can then use the battery with the plug itself. And then we will get the other achievement, which is number 1, which is to power on the Chronogon. So yeah, we got 2 achievements there, that's great. Okay guys, now we've got that out of the way, we are going to get another achievement here. Basically, the achievement is to send so many items between our characters. Now, because we have so many items already, in fact we have all the items in the game pretty much, we're able to just do this pretty quickly. So what we're going to do is, if you go to inventory by pressing Y, hover over an item and then send that item to another player. Just keep doing that over and over again. As many items as you want. Just keep sending them between the players until the achievement pops. Here's one important thing to remember, that Bernard will need to be the person that ends up with the Swiss bank book. Now the Swiss bank book is blue and has a gold dollar sign on it, so make sure that Bernard ends up with that, because he will need that on the next part of the game. Now, like I mentioned, you can do this however you want. Just send as many items, go onto your inventory, press Y, use that to switch over the item to the other character, and then the achievement will eventually pop. Remember to give the Swiss bank book back to Bernard. So once that achievement pops, we are now okay to switch back to Bernard, remembering that we needed to have give him the Swiss bank book. Once he walks over to the phone with the Swiss bank book in his inventory, we need to use the phone, and this will trigger a bit of a cutscene where Bernard will talk to them about getting the diamond. We're using the money that we managed to get earlier by sending the contract back in time. So he's going to give her the details of where he wants the money sending to, and then of course this will trigger the next scene where we get the diamond.
Very good, sir. We'll send the diamond by pronto post.
Some diamond money, some big diamond. We got an achievement for that called Flush, which is to acquire the diamond.
Now that's service.
Which is great. Once we've done that, we can head outside. Well, he automatically heads outside, so he comes outside, picks up the box and heads back in. This will start the cutscene. He's going to ask where we got the money from, but obviously we're not going to tell him that. He's not going to be happy when he finds out.
Girl Scouts who were in the neighborhood.
How heartwarming.
So yeah, there's a little bit of a cutscene here, a bit of a dialogue. Again, just let it play through. Get another achievement, Music Appreciation Award, because we reached yesterday without turning off the music. That was not turning off the stereo, so as long as you didn't turn off the stereo, you should have that achievement yourself. You two friends come back from the past and the future. Wait a minute.
Wow, I'm so glad you
Okay
two
guys,
made
this
it
is a
that
large
far.
cutscene, so pause this video until you've caught up. The next place you'll be able to control the character is back in the Love Heart Suite. Once you're caught up, you can play from there. We're going to leave the room. Once you've left the room, we're going to click over on the R door, use X, and use the door open attribute. Then we'll come around here and start to open the door. Just as we do that, this bearded tentacle will start talking to us, and he will use the shrink ray.
This. Drat.
Once he's used the shrink ray,
How can it
we need to
possibly
quickly head
contain
into
the
the R room. The Roosevelt room. Enter the Roosevelt room and quickly enter the mouse hole. If for any reason you mess up, I think you can keep doing it over and over again. But as long as you followed on, you should have been able to do that pretty quickly. We just need to wait around until we grow back to our normal size. So now we're a normal size, you can pick up the bowling ball. Once you pick up the bowling ball, you're okay to leave the room, so use the open door symbol and leave.
Hey, where'd
Once
you
we've
go?
left, we need to come down towards the screen and head down the way towards the stairs. Just keep heading this way and down towards the stairs. We're going to head into the clock. Once we're back at the basement, we're going to use the bowling ball on the tentacles, which is the bottom right of the screen. That will start another cutscene. This is quite a short cutscene, but again, do not skip it. Let the cutscene play through. So yeah, there goes the bowling ball cutscene. Just going to wait for that to finish.
Great. Now we
And
can
that will
turn off
allow
the
us to
machine
continue
and
on the
prevent all this
mission.
tentacle mayhem from ever happening.
So once we've done that, this guy will enter the screen again.
Well, I'm certainly glad that's over with.
Yeah.
This cutscene
let's
goes
get
on
out
for a
here.
little while. It's not too big of a
So
cutscene, not
soon.
just yet
We
anyway.
haven't had the chance to get to know one another.
He'll shoot at us again, making us shrink.
You humans amount to very little.
Eek.
And chases her around.
Run all you like, you insignificant insect. You can't stop
Once
me.
he's done that, we can now get control of our characters.
I've
We're gonna
already won.
talk to the purple tentacle, and we're gonna
Just what is
choose
it
the
you
top
have
option.
against humans anyway?
Humans are our oppressors. They made us live in this horrible motel. They created us in ungainly forms, so we
There's
could
gonna be a
not
little bit of a
rise
dialogue as
against
usual.
them. Try walking around with your legs
Just gotta
tied
wait for
together.
that to play through.
Put on your shoes, you'll see what I mean.
And then we're gonna choose the
Sounds like
fourth
that's
option
all
down,
Dr. Fred's fault, really.
I suppose you're right about that.
which
I
is
didn't start out
sounds
hating
like
all humans, just
Dr. Fred isn't
Fred.
the reason.
You're
And then we're gonna
pretty
choose
handy
the
with
top
that ray
option
gun.
again.
Center of the forehead every time. Would you like a demonstration?
And then we're gonna
Why
choose the
don't
bottom
you
option
zap
again.
Dr. Fred if you hate him so much.
Perhaps that would be entertaining.
Then he'll move over. And he will shoot Dr. Fred, but it reflects back and makes him shrink. Then our players will move over, have a little bit of a dialogue,
Surely.
and squish him.
Wait! You haven't heard the last of me. I'll be back, and the next time, the world and all its piffling inhabitants shall be mine. All mine. All mine.
Okay, so this little cutscene doesn't last for too long.
To Siberia.
But there is an epilogue after this cutscene which lasts for a little while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip that. Once the epilogue comes up, where it says epilogue. So you get your achievement there, which is yesterday's news, which is one of the main achievements for the game, 90 Gs and all.
Now we can go
Once that achievement's popped, there's a little bit of a dialogue between the characters, and then it starts the epilogue. I would recommend pausing the video here until the epilogue's finished, which is this little scene with the x-ray machine, etc, etc. Once that x-ray machine cutscene is finished, it will be the credits. You do have to watch the credits, so do not skip through them at all. Watch them to the very end. You just got another achievement there as well. Once the credits are done, you will get that achievement, and you should have 1,000 for 1,000, because you'll get 2 achievements at the end of the credits. 1 for watching the credits, and 2 for having every achievement in the game, which is the OCD achievement. If for any reason you don't get the OCD achievement, which is the achievement for completing all the other achievements, what you need to do is you need to wait for the credits to finish completely. Then you need to start and quit the game, load the game back up, and then load into your previous autosave file, and that should trigger the final achievement. Sometimes it will work for you, sometimes it won't, so just keep that in mind. Okay guys, so that is it for our video today. Just wanted to take a moment out to say thank you to anybody that popped by, anybody that's liked, commented, subbed recently. We are very grateful for. We've had so many amazing positive comments recently, so thank you to anybody that did that. Shout out to all you guys, we're very grateful. We are also putting a lot of legwork in to make sure that we can get these difficult achievements out to you guys, so please consider hitting that sub if you haven't already. Thank you, hit that like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care guys.
Boss Fight Gaming. You lose. Game over.